What's going on? This Shango Ray, aka Real Deal Ray, your intuition's mouthpiece when the monkey mind wants to take over. And this is the long-awaited Shangodiac for all my Geminis. Now, what's a Shangodiac for those who may have happened to just kind of stumble across old Papa Shangito here? That's where me, Shango, I take the Zodiac, I throw it over the couch butt naked. I touch the back of that. You know what I'm saying? We have a bastard child, which is your reading. So, without further to do, feels good to be back here. Feels good to be back. You know what I'm saying? It's been a minute since we've had some Shangodiacs, and you know, a lot of things have been going on. I'm sure for all of us, and yeah. But without further to do, I would like to now get into this. Um, I kind of let spirit direct me as far as who, what, when, where, and why, in the order that we're going to be doing it. So, um, first up is Gemini on my gems. Okay, this is also going to be more relevant, I would say, around for about the next 2 or 3 weeks. Okay, and it's going to be a little bit of what's going on now and some forecasts too. So without further to do, let's get right the fuck in it. And I hope y'all are well too. I missed y'all. All right. So first up here, got this Queen of Clubs. All right, Queen of Clubs. A very interesting card here. All right. This is showing me a. This is kind of where you've been coming from anyway. It's some type of a. Oh wow, like a dominion, if you will, a mental dominion. A lot of you Geminis already have kind of like this mental way of getting to people, mental way that you guys are very very obviously mental. You are an air sign, but this is also showing me too. Some of you, as this is applying to, have I feel like for some there's somebody out there who is also going to school. Also expanding your mind with knowledge, learning things that you can apply by way so that you can also be of service in whatever field that you are doing. Okay, or you were definitely it was something definitely heavy on your mind. Okay, now there was also this here. Okay, this is the Four of Spades. All right, and this Four of Spades is has was talking to me about basically a stability as far as work life is going. You know what I'm saying? Things have kind of stabilized right now. Okay, um, and even health wise too, because some of you were also dealing with some health issues or physical challenges. Things that have happened over the past year, and it's a very good stabilizing influence to have. Also, this is also what are you saying to me? Some of you have also right now from where you just coming from, you've also come from a place now where you've actually learned to trust your spirit a lot more too. So that's a good thing. All right, that's a very, very, very good thing. Now, at the same time that you've been going through these things, okay, there is also some type of a division though. And I feel like this division is now where you're at. So it's like I made all this progress and all these things, but now I'm starting to feel more divided too, and that's because you're being shown some things about yourself as far as what is really important to you, okay, and what it is that you're doing, you know. So these are like the two halves, and there's always going to be time for cleanup. There's always going to be things that, no matter how much you progress, like it's like layers of an onion, as I say. You get one layer off. There's another one. There's always going to be another one. So as long as you manage to be patient with yourself, that's a good thing. Okay, but yeah, back to this here though, this division that we're talking about, um, and it's also dealing with too not so much what you're doing, but also how you're doing it, how you're doing it, how are you conducting yourself in certain things, um, how you're conducting them versus how you want to conduct them. Okay, that's another division. All right, how you want to go about certain shit versus how you're doing it now. Okay? And whatever the case is, your spirit has definitely been speaking to you about that, as well as your heart. You know what I'm saying? As well as your heart, too. All right, so let me address the elephant in the room here that I see. There's still this going on here, okay? I want you to ask yourself anyways, as far as where are you being selfish? You know, all of us have to some degree, either more or less depending on the person, but all of us have these realms within us and which causes us to be kind of, selfish. There's even maybe some emotional baggage here too that has been hiding like a little cockroach, and the result is, are you ready for this? It is also indicating at the heart of the matter here. This is the card of blocking the law of attraction. Yep. So you have made a lot of great strides. You have also had some growth. You had some, personal ahas and stuff. But it's no it's no place to kind of kick your feet up. There's still more for you to do, more places for you to go, if you will, within primarily. But this is also part of baggage, and sometimes that selfishness comes from these aspects of us. All of us have different aspects of arrested development, okay? Whether by way of trauma, whether by way of just different events and things that have happened to us in our past that has kind of caused us out of fear to kind of be more like this. And when you're more like this, you can actually be selfish. Whether that is coming through in your relationships, whether that is coming through um, with a lot of other things in other areas, okay, with what you're doing, with what you feel you need to be doing versus, what you want to be doing. Because I can tell you right now, one of the biggest things for you right now is there's something that you would like to manifest, experience in your reality, okay? Um, but there is, like I said, some blockages going on here. And as you may be experiencing now, because you can't hide from me, all right? Um, yeah, we have this Eight of Spades here now, too, okay? But it is reversed. It is reversed, baby, okay? So if you just give me 1 second here, I'm kind of zeroing in on this Eight of Spades because it's very much so talking to me, okay? And whatever position or whatever thing you manage to work yourself into, I feel, and this is coming through several different ways, okay? But in some ways, you may also be feeling right now that life is very, you're trapped in this routine. Um, you're trapped in this routine, and it's like you're feeling dominated by your work. Because in some ways, you want to transfer, you want to change, you want to get into something else. But this is still an eight, okay? Now, an eight is still a very great number to have in your cards because it is a number of power. It is a number of also transforming something, and it's also the card of overcoming obstacles. And we really, honestly, you overcome the obstacles by the transformations that you take within, okay? And since this is a spade energy, we're also talking about the spirit, and letting go and also allowing the spirit to make these transformations within you so that way you can move forward, and because you don't have the desires that you want for no reason, okay? It's there for a reason. If it's There's some desires that we have that are just more egotistical based on the ego, and if you was to actually, you know, kind of just step back from it, you'd be like, why do I want this thing? Why do I feel I need to do all this and that when in reality you could probably take a marker and just cross a lot of that. I don't need that. I don't need that. You can toss that shit out too because I don't need that either. You know, but and as far as this also goes, some of this is also relating to some of you. Um, with some of your physical challenges that you've had, health challenges, things like that. I mean, for real, you got to take care of yourself, man. You got to take care of yourself. If you're not going to take care of yourself, then, I mean, you're going to get what you invest in yourself. And if you're investing shit in yourself, and when I say shit, I'm just talking about even like not doing what you're supposed to do, especially if you have a physical condition, a health condition, or something like that. You got to take care of the meat suit. You know, you're in a meat suit for a reason, and you can't just, you know, lollygag, especially if your body is trying to get your attention by way of some type of physical challenge, an obstacle, uh, an injury, I should say, you know, shit like that. You got to honor that, you know, because your body is like a big bioelectrical interface, an antenna, and it sends and receives. Okay, it's on the job. Okay, so you definitely, I want to encourage you. All right, to take better care of yourself. All right, this is also telling me too how for some of you right now too, your job has taken in value. It's been downgraded as far as you feel, as far as you're looking like you're not feeling this job anymore, and that could happen for a whole different number of reasons. Change in management, maybe a change in location, or change, you know, been assigned to some other type of position or some whatever it is for you. Okay, this is a general reading, but and if you want a more personal reading, if you're the kind to invest in your own personal growth and spiritual growth, you know, I'm not going to sit here and try and pitch anything. There's a lot of good, well, I don't know about a lot, but there's several good readers out there, or diviners, or psychics, or whatever you want to call it, who can also assist you and tap into your energy so you can get to the heart of some of these issues, some of these matters that, you know, are escaping your perception because of, you know, your perspective within the situation. Okay, so you can also find that in the description box as far as if you want to fuck with Papa Changuito on that. All right, so where we're going here though, I'm gonna start at the top. Okay, some of you, and maybe all of these things have been playing a part in this too, but I do feel like there is some worry about a relationship, and it's going to continue. It's actually going to increase in intensity. Okay, now this is also going to be showing that some of you might be speculating on your partner. They are fucking around, or they're about to. You know, sometimes you may catch your partner on the verge, you know, by way, maybe they leave their phone out, maybe they leave whatever it is, or you hear something, or you just have already had that gut feeling and you've been fighting yourself wondering, is this just my insecurities or is this my intuition, you know, trying to warn me about something, you know? And it does play a big part in your whole thing, like who you're with, the relationships you allow yourself to be in, okay? But if you're not careful, and everything pretty much is negotiable in this universe, and you have a bigger part to play in things than you can imagine. So let's stop pointing the finger outside of ourselves, and let's take responsibility. Let's reclaim our ability to respond in the way that we prefer. We're not at life's mercy. Okay, so what you got here? Eight of diamonds, baby. Once again, another eight, but guess what? This one's coming through as reverse. Okay, and I'm feeling also that this is really having to do with this relationship, but it also can be, and let me make sure my nose isn't, because my nose been running like a motherfucker today. You're playing yourself with this relationship. You feel it, you know it, but you're playing yourself. And the more you, what's the fucking word I'm looking for? compromise yourself. Compromise what's important to you. The worst things you're going to get all over. All over. Okay? All over. I can say, though, that the key to all of this, and it does sound very cliche, but a lot of times the clichéness is true and the common sense is not so common, is the Seven of Spades. Okay? The Seven of Spades is also showing me that you're right there. Actually, you're probably already almost in this too, but there is this is the time for self introspection. You know, getting out of that reactive mode. Okay, getting out of that survival fight or flight thing. Okay, and even things within your job or work. And like I've always said before, your work is not just your job. You might have some life work that you're working on that you want to be able to make that into your job, or it could even be something else that you're not even, maybe you don't classify it as life work, but it is. Okay. Um, but the good news is throughout this is you're going to be able to actually change this because you're going to get that inner clarity, that inner perspective. Okay, that changes the whole thing. All right. Now, what you do with that is up to you. You know what I'm saying? Because you can always fall back into the old shit. You can always do that if you want to. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not. I would strongly suggest that's not the greatest option here. Okay. But that has been your Shen Godiac. Peace and blessings. I was gonna try and keep these 10 minutes because guess what? Everybody's getting done up tonight. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's getting domed tonight. You know what I mean? So do what you gotta do, Gemini. Okay. Papa Shangito, love you.